Boom! Perfect timing. How's it going, everybody? Happy Sunday. Woohoo! All right. Who's here? Edgar's here. How's it going? Andrew from Canada. How are you doing? We got to talk about Canada. We got to talk about Canada shipping. Something's going crazy there. Something's going nutty. Sir Goodenough, thank goodness we're going to be okay now. Sir Goodenough's here, everybody. Just relax. It's going to be all right. He'll take care of everything. Renee from Germany. Warm hello. Thank you, sir. It is warm here. That's for dang sure. All right, let's see what DrZzs does with this. I just deployed audio responsive WLED the other week. Had a bench testing for way too long, which I was programming so I could contribute to some projects. Awesome. What's this top chat? Oh, thank you, Renee. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Oh, and Andrew, you're the guy, right? This is you. This is your baby, right? There's Renee's super chat. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. We have a couple exciting things to talk about today, but this is the main one. But remind me before we're done to talk about the Home Assistant stuff and see what Paulus has brewing for everybody. All right. Father Time, how's it going? Thanks for being here. I haven't touched the bug. I know what you're going to ask, but I'm gonna one of these days, real soon here, one of these days. All right. Mike, Tony, how's it going? Doug. All right. Okay. Everything's jumping way ahead now. I missed a whole bunch of stuff. WLED chilling after second dose today. Hi. How's it going, Cuba? All right. Richard. Just ordered from Allnet. Shipping was $49. Ouch. Dang it. So tell me this. Is it, thank you very much, Mark. Is, what's the shipping from Allnet China to every place else? Is it $50 everywhere? Because that's crazy talk. I was under the impression that it was about the same as it was from the US. That's crazy. I was just chatting with somebody about the shipping to Canada. So if you haven't gotten an email yet, it's because it's still staggering emails, so we don't get spam, whatever you want to call it. Oh, nope, not that. Yeah. Spam flagged. But we do have everything except the Ethernet devices is in stock. They've been removed from my cart because I didn't. So we have DigUnos, we have DigQuads, both with this antenna and with the external antenna. Still have PixelPros as well. And we have the bare boards, the Quinn LED ESP32 boards with external antenna or with onboard antenna. And we also have, nope, not that. You don't want that. We also have Permatrack. Permatrack is in stock. We've got all of it. Whatever kind you want, we got it. Okay? So, go crazy. Brown with side holes, we only have, I don't think Mike updated all of them yet. Anyways, we got it all. It's all in stock. So, get to work. Snag 2 DigQuads before they're out of stock. Yep. Hopefully we'll keep ahead. I know that at least I can say for the Permatrack, we just got the biggest load we have ever received. This past week, it was 500 boxes. So that's 5,000 pieces. Prior to this, the most we'd ever ordered at one time was 1,000 pieces or 100 boxes. So we've got a ton, and the next 5,000 pieces or 500 boxes is already on the ocean. So hopefully we can do something similar with the ESP stuff, with the DigUnos and DigQuads. And anyways, on we go. Rob was hurt by that video. Oh no, what happened? Home Assistant video was amazing last week. Have to talk about that. Oh, I didn't watch it. Rob was hurt? What happened? Oh no. Have I heard the new info about the matter from Apple? Multiple hubs at the same time confirmed. I don't know about that yet, Kuba. I haven't heard. I haven't been up on I've been up in Idaho digging ditches and shoveling cement. Wanted to know whether Zach Barrett for Home Assistant is okay. He no longer does his series of Lovelace. Oh no, I don't know. I haven't seen Zach post in a while, but I wish I could tell you. I don't know anything about his condition at home or whatever, if he's not doing okay. I hope he is, of course. He offered to help, but still for the non-IT programmer, his views are spot on. Well, I'm sure, I know Paul has not been Paul's not been a Home Assistant fan. We almost got him over, but if you don't want to tinker, then Home Assistant's probably not for you. Black Permatrack? Will it ever happen? Robert, I don't know. Maybe not. It's spray paint. You can totally spray paint it. I know that's an extra step, but that's going to be your best bet. Because if it were to happen, like only if we could find a way to custom paint it before it goes out, but probably not. Will it ever happen? Probably, maybe, possibly, but not in the short term. I would not think, unless somebody else. Yeah, rattle can it. Mike is right. Just do the rattle can, because I would say, unless somebody else like buys Permatrack, the company, from us, and puts a bunch of money into it and does a bunch of more stuff, then maybe it would. But otherwise, I don't think me and Mike will do that. But not in the short term, at least. Where should I get my project box for Powerfully and controller, or for Power Supply and controller to go in the garage? Where should you get it, Eugene? If you can wait, get it from AliExpress, because you'll pay less. If you can't wait, then get it from Banggood. Or not Banggood, I'm sorry. Get it from Amazon. If you can't wait, get it from Amazon. Some big help, especially with some integrations. Yeah, Anyways, okay. Let's do this. Hey, StreetWiz, let's do this. So I'm going to turn on, and what you guys haven't seen that I've been seeing out of the corner of my eye is this. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. You see that? This has been happening because, look, you can still see this is my 3D printer that I didn't play with since last week when we finished toying around with it. But this is WLED Sound Reactive version. Okay. Oh. So let's talk about it. Oh, Andrew, thank you very much, sir. Thank you. This is Andrew's baby. Let's go to let's play around with the settings a little bit first, and then we'll go to the GitHub and we'll go through the process of flashing and all that stuff. Okay. So let's see what settings there are first. Okay. Because let's just play around, because I have not really played around with a lot of this yet. I don't know what this does either. This might be a little different. So you have to have the special version of WLED, and this is it. There is a new tab. Oops. Camera off. There's a new tab in the Sound Reactive WLED, and it is for sound settings. There's not much there, but there is some stuff about the analog pin. Now, we'll have to look at the DigUno and DigQuad. I know that there is something available there, some pin that you can use. But if you have, we specifically, when I made this, or me and my neighbor, and it was actually with Quindor's, go back and forth, with Quindor's advice, that we pulled out pin 36. So autofocus is really sucky, but where we've got this, come on, you turkey. You can't see it. There it goes. Anyways, where we've got this microphone attached, this is the microphone. Where we've got this microphone attached is pin 36 on the ESP32. You can use other pins, but it has to be one of the analog pins. So it has to be an analog input pin. Okay, it has to be an analog input pin. The one on the PixelPro is 36. Can I use with an audio jack? Well, tell me, how are you doing it? Like, if you had, you're going to have to wire the microphone a little bit yourself. So if you have a microphone that has an audio jack, you want to put an audio jack on here. It's going to depend on the microphone, but I don't know. And Andrew is here, and Andrew can tell you. We'll go through what he recommended for microphones, and I bought a couple of them. This is the one I think I would go with again, because it's working really well. Okay. Squelch, I don't remember what squelch is, but it was set to 10 and I changed it. So let's see what happens if we change it back. It's how long it stays bright. Right? It doesn't like linger so long when it's squelched. So I would actually for me, for fun, I'm going to turn down the squelch a lot. So if you turn down the squelch, then it seems to last a little longer. And there's also the gain, right? Gain is probably going to, what is that going to do? Make it more, yeah, it picks up more ambient. Right, so now it's picking up like the sound of my fan. Does the mic respond to frequency and pitch or just loudness? Andrew, what does it do? Oh, you're not the Andrew. This is not the Andrew I was thinking of. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you let me know that so that we didn't continue to ask you questions that you couldn't answer. But you should have let us on for a little while. You should have been like, oh, yeah, totally. That does that. Yeah. I don't know, but we can look at the code. Well, probably not the code so much, but because I wouldn't understand it. But we'll look at the GitHub pages and stuff, and we'll see what we can find. Okay, see what information we can find out. But those are the settings you can change. You can change the squelch. You can change the gain. You can change the input. You have to. Code? Blade said code. Thank you very much, Cold Fire, for screaming at me. You see how tranquilo I was, though? Gain should make it more sensitive. Squelch should decide what level it starts to make a change. Oh, okay, cool. So higher gain is more sensitive. Lower gain means you have to actually make more noise, right, for it to respond. And then the squelch, let's turn that. I liked it kind of about where it was. That's pretty good. Anyways, okay. Let's look at some of this other stuff now. So Wi-Fi setup. So what I've got here is, oh no, not Wi-Fi setup. Sorry, I wanted LEDs. LED preferences. Okay, so let's turn them all on because this thing has 50 LEDs and it's only set to 30. It's amazing. I still answer this question a lot. And as we're going through today, Alex is here. Man, I haven't seen you in forever. How you doing? Squelch on a radio receiver turns off background noise before the sound kicks in. All right. Thank you, Steve. That's awesome. Screen. I know we still need to fix that. So good enough one of these days. I still answer this question about why do only the first 30 LEDs turn on? So there's the answer, right? You always have to change this total LED count to the number of LEDs you actually want it to activate. So now there's going to be a lot more LEDs activating. I'm going to have to go back and forth a lot on this. Oh, maybe what I should do is change the size of this because we don't maybe need it quite so big. There you go. Oh, it went away. Okay. So you can still see it at least kind of lighten up and stuff, right? So you know what we're looking at, but you can still see the menus that I'm looking at here. Then I have to go back and forth. We have one with WLED with sound and sync with other without mic. Ooh, that's a good question. Cherry Lab, that is a good question. 50 wasn't enough, probably 100. Is it 100? I don't think so. I thought it was 50. It might just be because of the, you're right, because this last one's not turning on at all. So let's try it again. I thought it was 50. Could there be 100? No. How about now? Oh yeah, you're right. It's 100. Huh, thank you. I don't even know my own LEDs. Dope. Doing great. Got a couple Real Link cameras set up. Had to completely reinstall Home Assistant. Dope. Put the camera on the chat. Do you not want to see the chat? I can put the camera on the chat. That's fine with me. Like, come on. Come on, turkey. Which is the best mic for sound reactive? We're going to talk about them, Corentin. We'll talk about the different mics and what I would. So far, I think this is my favorite because it's really simple and it's obviously working really well. Okay, let's go back through this. All right, so LED preferences, you got to set that there. You can do the max current, you can do whatever. These are actually, I think these are RGB instead of BRG. I can't remember. Whatever, doesn't really matter. What matters is once you get back out here, okay, out here now you've got some special effects. You see these special effects? All of these with the little asterisks. These are all special effects. Oh. So it does different things based on which effect you pick. Let's pick well, I don't like that orange so much. Let's pick a green. There it goes. Ooh, look at that. All right. Some of these are also made, I think these ones with 2 asterisks, we'll have to look and see, but I think the ones with 2 asterisks are made for a matrix. So they're 2D. So if you had a matrix, center bars. Okay, so if you had a matrix, oh, you know what? This might look like Kit, from Knight Rider or something. Why are they so red? Okay, there we go. Bin map. And and they change colors when you talk. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Now this is sound reactive, but it's not the same as playing a sequence on X lights. Eric Cookie's here. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? How you doing? I was Eric Cookie, I was talking to Paulus the other day. He was sending me some top secret stuff about what you guys been working on. It's pretty awesome. So we're gonna reveal what we can this so far later. I love this fork. I got 200 LEDs on top of my TV. Isn't this awesome? DJ lights. And whoa. Oh. This is pretty fun, man. Okay, so bitmap. Let's see. Some of these puddles. Boom. Boom. Puddle peak. Oh, what's that do? Oh, nothing. I wonder why. Maybe it's only when it... That one did... Oh. Boom. 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 Anyways, there are special effects that do respond to the microphone. And then there's the old ones. The old effects don't respond to the microphone. So all these non-asterisk effects don't respond to the microphone. Oh, woo, woo, woo. Thank you, Coldfire. I do have Discord. Oh, yes, you just sent me there. Oh, ¿qué es eso? Sent me the logo. Puddles is nice on a matrix. Lighting. DrZzs is talking about. Wow, that's scary. Oh gosh, look at this. This is somebody's. Ah! Clowns. Better logo readability. Oh, awesome. Oh, I love it. It looks great. I'll put it on this video if that's cool. So that is I love your logo, by the way. Air Cookie. You did a great job. It looks awesome. Will WLED, how will it handle over 1100 LEDs? It can handle. Oh, how would... Yeah, a WLED can handle over 1100 LEDs. It's 1500 per channel, right, Air Cookie? So it's 1500 per channel. If you have an ESP32 and like a DigQuad, you could go whatever that is, 6000? Would that be right? I mean, I think at some point you probably want to break it up just so you can have some different kinds of Andrew here. Oh, there's the right Andrew. There's the right Andrew. Andrew Two-Line, how are you doing? Okay. Hey, man, look, well, right now, I don't have it on sound reactive. I was playing around. Gravity meter. Let's see, what's somebody's favorite? What's some of your favorite? I liked that mid-noise, no. Noise fire. That one's kind of fun. Noise meter. Oh, so does this go... Wait, what if I go default? I guess this doesn't... I was hoping it would like change colors when it got louder. Anyways. That one's kind of fun. Pixel wave. Oh, I could do this all day. Puddle peaks. Puddle peak. I don't know what Puddle peak must be trying to do something I don't see. Ripple peak. Ripple peak also. Center bars. Oh, let's see. Frequency pixels. Frequency matrix. So cool, man. But I don't have a matrix. It's not hooked up to a matrix, so it's going to do different stuff. But you can make. Thank you very much, Coldfire. Coldfire, thank you, sir. Thank you so much for Sony Reactive. In fact, I would have my first proper mic arriving soon. Awesome. Okay, well, anyways, we've gone through a little bit. What do these things do here? So FFT high, FFT low, FFT custom. I don't know what that does. Andrew, what do these do? We could go look at the GitHub. Let's go look at the GitHub now. It's time to look at the GitHub. Sound Reactive LED lights. No, not LED lights. WLED. We don't just need WLED lights. We need WLED. And we need to turn down this face melting. All right, here it is. A2 line. So for everybody out there, here you go. Should have put this in the description. I will do that before too long. All right, they're well documented in the wiki. Awesome. Okay, so I have not read this whole thing. I've read some of it. So the WLED Discord group is there. Reddit has a Sound Reactive, what do you call it, page. I probably don't do Reddit as much as I could learn a lot from Reddit, but Reddit was so full of junk sometimes. So, all right, you're looking for some support fork that provides cover for that. I don't know what that means. Maybe these are different microphones. Grumpy Meow Tree Sound Reactive fork. Okay, Sound Reactive ESP32 FFT 2D. The fork team. Okay, these are the guys that worked on it. Right, gotcha. Knowledge prerequisites. You must be familiar with putting this on, right? Yeah. Provided without support. That's a very important distinction. Before attempting to compile this fork of WLED, sure you can compile from. So I don't try compiling it myself. I just use what they have. Okay. And then here are the microphones. Here are the microphones. Now there's a few ESP32 devices that come with a microphone on the board. I remember even seeing. But anyways, Tech Turtle's here. Can it be sync doesn't work between the SR fork and the regular WLED? I would kind of be surprised if it did work, but these guys can tell you, maybe. About 4 DigQuads with the Ethernet of 2 of them are going haywire. I went back to an older one and they work. Any suggestions? Colin, are you using the Ethernet version of WLED? It has to be a special version of WLED with the Ethernet, if that's what you're using. I don't know if this is going to be the right place, but if you go to WLED and go to the releases, there is a special release for Ethernet. So you got to have this one. So that it came preloaded. Did it come preloaded with the Ethernet version? I don't have those, so I don't know. I would check. Whoa, Don! Wow, thank you, sir. I wish it would still read you out loud. I don't know why it doesn't, but thank you very much. That is super generous, amigo. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. We'll play this for you. What do you want? Unicorn? Unicorn toots? Not the sound component, so it doesn't sync. And I'm not surprised. But if you have the sound reactive, if you have sound reactive WLED, then it does. I'm not sure, but thanks for the help. You're the man. Thank you, Colin. I hope that helps. That would be my first. That'd be my first guess. But because I actually don't have, Gwendor hasn't sent me an Ethernet version of the board yet, so I don't know what it can do. Yeah. Okay. Send off commands to WLED that farther the amount you set in settings. Does WLED send off commands to the LEDs that are further than the amount? No. No, Jason, it does not. That's why, like, if you have 50 LEDs and you don't change the total LED number from the default of 30, then you're gonna have 20 LEDs that are not gonna do anything. Interestingly, it is kind of interesting that if you have total LEDs set to 100 and you have it playing an effect, you have 100 LEDs and they're playing an effect, and you change total LEDs down to like 50, those last 50 will still be doing whatever it was they were doing before. They'll at least be on a color. They'll be turned on. The other ones won't. Okay. Anyways, so back to this. These are the microphones. We can look at these microphones. Let's look through these microphones for a minute. Okay, so this is a little 3-pin microphone. $6, Spark Fun. Blah, blah. I think this might be the one that I have. I have to go grab my Arduino kit and see if that's one of the ones that I have. The one that you're seeing right now is, I believe, this one. Yeah, this is the one right now. And so far, I would say this one is really pretty good. And it does have an adjustable gain. So it has a little, doesn't it have a little potentiometer on the back? Can't see it right now without taking it off. My eyes are getting so bad, guys. Going blind. Going blind. Yeah, it's got this little potentiometer. Can't see there, but there it is. It's got this little potentiometer, so you can dial up the gain manually right here as well. Wow. 100+ devices and counting. Well, awesome, Don. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know that I helped you out. Appreciate that. Okay. Anyway, so this is a good microphone, this Max 4466, and I think I bought a couple of these from Amazon. Max 4466. And I want to say that I bought so 6 of them for $13. I think all I did was this. I think I just bought 2 of them to start out with, just because I wasn't sure which ones I was going to like. But this is working great so far, so I can definitely recommend that one. Here's another one, 9814. This one has 5 pins. So it's got gain, output, ground, voltage. So gain and then AR. I don't know what these would do. So you'd have to know how to wire those up. I'm sure Andrew could tell you. You're not going blind. Apple, the iPhone, are making us blind. Oh, that might be true. The 4488 is the best microphone. I don't have a 4488, do I? I don't think I bought a 4488. Oh, that's the other one. Yeah, that's the other one. This is the 9814 as the external gain. Let's look at those. Let's look at the 4488. What makes the 4488 the best? Oh gosh, it's not showing me microphones. What the bleep? The Max has adjustable gain. I2S based is incredible if you have an ESP32. Oh, okay. So with that microphone, omnidirectional, I2S. Ooh, oh, because it's omnidirectional. Oh, wow. So for this, let's see. Right, left. I'd have to see how you wire this up, Andrew. Do you have that on the wiki anywhere? How you would wire up that one? That's this one you're talking about here, huh? Oh, wait. It's not that one. 441. This one. Digital microphone. Oh, I see. And in WLED here, when you go to the sound settings, digital microphone. Now, I don't have a digital microphone, right? This is not a digital microphone. This is an analog microphone. Gotcha. So if you have the digital microphone, wait, why did it do that? Yeah, okay. So I don't have a digital microphone. I have the analog microphone. So if you have a digital microphone, which is one of these omnidirectional masterpieces, but you still only have one pin, huh? What do you hook the other things up to? Ground and voltage, obviously. Thank you, Nicholas. I had a great weekend. If you have a Pixel Pro, the 4488 is the best. Okay. Thank you, Sir Good Enough. 4466. Okay. Awesome. Well, this will be interesting. I'll have to try that at some point in the future, the omnidirectional. But so far, I mean, this little simple microphone for a couple dollars is pretty effective. I mean, that is pretty cool. See the link I provided for the hookup. Oh, okay. Is that in here? Do. Sound sync. So this is what somebody was talking about, huh? Before configuring sound, make sure that you've gone through the Wi-Fi preferences. Click disable Wi-Fi sleep in order to do DDP. So the master needs to be an ESP32 along with an audio input. You would then go to the sync interfaces page, configure the UDP sync at the bottom of the page, transmit from the ESP32 device for devices without an audio input, either the 32s or the 36s. Make sure, or 8266s, make sure the UDP port is the same. This does not sync the actual animations, but rather just the transmission of summary audio sampling as best we can. In order to change the UDP sync mode, you need to power cycle. When an ESP32 is configured for audio transmission, it will connect UDP multicast address and begin sending in single UDP multicast packets containing generate sound reactive on the other devices that are configured to receive on the same network. Following information is transmitted. UDP T-Sync header 32 configured to receive audio data from another device. The receiver will disable any onboard microphone sampling in favor of audio data received from the network. Any time a UDP multicast packet is received from transmission, will be treated as a discrete microphone sample stored in memory. It would be for a local microphone. It will not be able to use any FFT data transmitted. I don't think we should use these 8266s if you can't help it for this, right? But it can, so basically if you have the sound reactive version running on multiple ESP devices, so running WLED sound reactive on multiple DigUnos or PixelPros, whatever, you can have one microphone and they can all react to the sound from that one microphone. That's what I just read, right? Beetlejuice. Oh, you say the hookup 3 times and Rob appears? Rob's here? Saw your video last week. Oh, you must be talking to somebody else. I didn't put up a video last week, did I? Except for just the live stream. Brendan's here. What have you missed? I'm sorry, I'm catching up on chat. Okay, I want to keep reading through some of these notes. So the process for this is pretty simple, okay? Thank you, Doom Raider, for subscribing. We'll do the choo-choo train across the bottom. I saw Blade in the chat, and he likes when the choo-choo train comes by and blows its semi-horn. Yes, a remote mic. This has been pretty cool. I wonder how accurate or how much difference there would be. I'm sure if you had a controller that was in a different location that had a microphone, it would react differently because it's going to pick up sound differently if it's very far away. So that's a really cool feature to be able to say, I want this microphone to catch the sound from this speaker, say, and get that microphone information to the whole house or something. All right. So the setting this up was super easy. Super easy. Let me grab a device. Now I know what you're all thinking. You're all thinking, good thing he's wearing pants. Okay. So this is the PixelPro, and it has the 3 pins right there at the bottom that you can't see very well, but trust me, they're there. There are 3, yeah, Dr. Pepper down. Thankfully it was empty. It's got 3 pins there, and it's in the same order as this microphone if you put it in this orientation like that. For anybody who does have one of these, if you've struggled, if you flash it manually, you do have to hold this button down. So there's a button on here to hold it down, and then you can flash it manually. But you can also over-the-air flash this with the WLED sound reactive version. You don't ever really... If you get a PixelPro or you get a DigUno or an ESP32 from me or Quindor, with the exception of these new ESP32s that are coming not soldered, not flashed, except for those, all the rest of them have WLED, and you can always just flash them over the air. You can always just update the firmware over the air. So the flashing process is totally the same. There's really no difference in the flashing process. I showed you the one thing you need to do here in the sound reactive or the sound input settings. You just need to make sure that the pin is set. If you were gonna do this on a, let's see what happens. Let's see what the what are the available pins on the DigUno or the DigQuad that we could use. Does anybody know? We can look it up right now. Intermittent fasting, intermit tech. LED.info. It's just easier. Okay, let's look at the DigUnos and let's see what the pinout is. It's USB top board. Pre-installed out of the box. Microcontroller comes with this 32 board. Custom worldwide. I want to see tools and equipment topic. I know he's got pinout stuff here somewhere. In purple. Is IO36 available on the Quinn LED boards too? Oh, awesome. Which one is that? That's not the other one though. It must be somewhere else on the board. It must be over here or something. Let's look at one. You would think I'd have plenty, and I do, but I gotta see. This is an older one. AO0. Oh, there's AO. Yeah. Is that analog out? I don't know where you connected on the DigUno. I don't know which pin it is. I want to see his pin out. It's AO on the board. Okay, great. Then it's here. Okay, I'll pull this up big if I can. Well, I'm trying that, dude. It's not always easy because it's kind of a delay. Okay. And then this, we gotta fix this. We're gonna make this so that it stops autofocusing and it just focuses where we want it to focus. Exposure's fine. That's better. Okay. Done. All right. So if you have a DigUno, AO is right over here. Right in the corner. Right there. That corner pin right there. So that is where you would use, this has got a D1 mini on it, but that would be the 36 pin 36 on the ESP32, correct? I know he's got, I want to see more instructional video. Let's see, temperature, top board. I want to see the pin out just for my own kicksies. Digital LEDs. Oh, digital LED controllers. Okay, here's where he's got it. DigUno revision history, DigUno pinout guide. See, I knew it was there. Camera. I know. All right, so DigUno pinout. This is on the latest version. So this is the V3. And you can have pulled high, GPIO, but there's no 32. Where's 36? Right there. So AO is 36. Okay. And I'm sure it's in that same spot, right? And then let's look at the other. Let's look at the older version, the older pinout. If you have the older one, it's also, so it's AO on the AO. So can you, oh, but you can't really do this on the 8266, right? SVP pin, maybe? If you have a 32 on there. I wouldn't try it with the 8266. You just get a 32 and you'd be much, much happier. Let's look at where it is on the quads. Quads, hardware guide, pinout guide. And there, same thing. So there's an AO pin on there too. Let me see one. All right, here are the new versions we can look at. Turn my camera back on. And under here, ground 5 volts, button 5 volts. It says one wire. It doesn't say AO anymore, I don't think. Did he change the label on it? That one says ground, 3 wire, AO. Oh, AO and 3 volts is here. Oh, there's AO. Oh my gosh, that's hard to see. So it's now, yeah, it's in a little bit different place. Yeah, it's a little bit different. This is the old version. So if you're using an old one, using the old DigUno, it's going to be that pin right there in the corner. Is going to be AO. Yeah, right there. It's going to be AO. Can you see this? You cannot see this, but that's where it is, right there. Right next to this little capacitor, right there in the corner. If you're on the new version, that capacitor's not even there anymore. But it's not the first one. Now it's this one. You can kind of see, if you look at the board, if you have it in your hand, you can see the outer pin is 3 volts. The inner pin is the AO. So we could flash one of these. We could do that. Flash one of these. Put it on there. You would think that I would be just bursting at the seams with all these devices, and I could, but that would mean soldering some stuff. And we're not gonna go there. And then on the quad, let's look at where it is on the quad. On the quad, 5 volts Q. Oh, on the quad, it's over here. It's this last pin in this row of pins here. It's that last pin right there. That's going to be AO. So what we're pointing out here on these boards is what pin you use for the output from the microphone. So the output from the microphone goes to those AO pins on those boards. That's how you use these devices with those boards. Okay? So fun. So fun. All right. Let's see. What else we got going on here? What else is happening in the chat? Let's see. Do you have a link to Aleka, or do you... Hi from Denmark, my favorite developer, Air Cookie's here. He's everybody's favorite developer. So what do you guys think about this sound reactive LED? Who's used sound reactive WLED? What do you guys think? I think it's pretty fun. Definitely a nice, I mean, you might as well use it. It's got all the same features as regular WLED. Like, so if you go into here in LED preferences, the same ability that you have currently to select different hardware setups and output pins and different kinds of LEDs. That's all included as well in this. Excuse me. In this version. So Air Cookie, what's the plan? What are you thinking about? Are you gonna keep the sound reactive version separate, or are you waiting for a few things before you include it in the main version? Thank you very much. Only have dumb LEDs with no mic. Gesundheit. Is that how you spell it? I didn't even know how to spell that. Can I link the board? Which one? Oh, I didn't. You know what I didn't link was the microphones, but they're in here. They're on the this page, wherever it is. I'll link this wiki again for Andrew's GitHub, where you can find some stuff. Easier than LEDFX, yeah, for sure. And it's great because you can have the microphone right here. The big problem with the LEDFX is that you had to have it synced with something that had a microphone. Gesundheit, it is spelled. Oh, yes, and you would know, right, Erica? You're in the right place to know that. Put in the video description. I will. What else? These FFTs, FF stuff. I don't know what that means. First time setup, LED preferences, sound settings, running sound reactive WLED. Let's just read some of this stuff. Captive portal, yeah, that's how you get it set up. Great. Initial syncing, connect WLED, boot up effect sequence to the controls, BMP colors, beach favorites, save mode, checkbox, ones, preset. Non-reactive, sound reactive animations. Okay. Effects beginning with a asterisk are volume only and run on both 32s and A266s unless they're 2D. Okay. Effects beginning with two asterisks use FFT, which is fast Fourier transforms, for frequency detection and only run on ESP32. Aha! We have also not added 2D animations to the ESP8266 platform. Yeah, not added them. If you have 8266, spend a couple bucks and get a new one. Get a 32 if you can. Hey Nick, you're never too late. Nick arrives precisely when he means to. 2D routines require a minimum of 4 pixels in both directions. If you see blinking red, your 2D settings do not match the requirements. And I guess when you... Oh, that's an interesting thing. So wonder about this. Tell me, riddle me this. Maybe it'll tell us in here. How do you set it if you do have it as a matrix? And I have a matrix that's kind of broken. You have to tell it the size, what I would expect, right? So let's look at this. If we go back here. So let's say we're going to do a 2D effect. All right, let's do 2D. 2D. Oh, look, you added a bunch of these 2D things too. Oh, awesome. So frequency matrix, it's got 2 asterisks. Well, we want one that's 2D. So let's do this one. Funky plank. Boom. No. Oh, if you see flashing red, like you just said, if you see flashing red, it's because you don't have the things set up right. Okay. So if we have this set up, then what is this? I wonder how you set that up. In here somewhere, hardware. Because if you have it 2D, you got to tell it how many up and down, right? How you do this? That Don FC dude. You need to name that WLED 2.0 or at least 1.1. I can't say if and when SR will be merged. They have added a lot of stuff, and the others are doing a terrific job keeping up with my changes. They really are. They are not too far behind. You know, you released version 12 not that long ago, and they released the audio reactive version of version 12 not long after. So, and they're making precompiled versions available. I mean, it's not like it wouldn't be a big deal if it wasn't merged. It's all there. How do you, so high, low, custom. So that's where it reacts to frequency, right? So how do you tell it? If it's 2D, how do you tell it that it is a matrix? So Dave, I just kind of answered that question too, because I was asking the same thing. So is it going to make official WLED? Air Cookie says he doesn't know if or when. But the nice thing is it doesn't have to be, because it is available precompiled for different versions of boards and stuff as well. So it's all good. Dolby Vision. Oh boy. Dolby Vision. I don't know of any OFR. I don't know of any that support OFR Vision. Good Lord. Had eye exam and drops haven't worn off. Unicorn was bright. All right, let's see. So, if you see blinking red, your 2D settings. Where are those 2D settings? Yeah, I would think it would be in here. But maybe if I kept reading, it will tell me. Let's keep reading. And in the meantime, we got to turn this blinking red off. Okay, that's better. Eyes are starting to better. Blue pill to tell if it's a matrix. Yes, that's exactly right. Most of the matrix stuff is on our dev branch, so the master branch is quite behind our latest updates. Oh, okay. Okay, so does that mean that the 2D settings where you say like the height and the width of the matrix is not included in this version? Absolutely, especially if you fill up my Dr. Pepper.
Yes. If I fill up your Dr. Pepper, could you return that?
Yes, only because I know what you're... I hear a landline ringing somewhere. I wish I knew how to program light sequences. I'd do the alien greeting sequence from Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Awesome. You can learn, John. It just takes time. I don't really know how to do it myself. 2D stuff might be on the sound page of that version. Can't recall. Okay, I don't think it is. Yeah. So you have, it's on the development version, huh? Do you have, on the dev branch, you probably don't, but do you have precompiled versions? Doesn't look like you do. Because some of us don't compile so good. We don't compile so good. Yeah, that's not the dev version. Is Mom and Zach fighting about something?
No, Zach's just saying how bad he was at.
Oh. No precompiled for dev. Yeah, and that's probably best. You don't want people who don't know or who messing with the dev. Anyways. Oh, now we're back to the master branch. Now let's go back to the wiki. Wiki. X-Lights is pretty easy to learn. It's getting easier. If I had any time at all, one of these days, I'll check it out. Effects beginning with 2. Okay, we did this. Continue to develop. Or some animations may appear or disappear. It's still a work very much in progress. Some may only appear in the dev branch for now. Okay, so maybe, yeah, you. So for some of these 2D things, you might not get them to show up yet, but the rest of these, not 2D. bin map. So a lot of these are really, really cool. Frequency wave. What happened? It went away. Oh, frequency pixels. Noise move. It's picking up a lot of stuff. Oh, you know what it's picking up? I think is picking up my Dr. Pepper Fizzlin'. 2D. Anyways. So that's good. Somebody asked earlier about the frequency detection, so you can see there that it does do that. Where is my lid? Oh, it's on there. Okay, trickiest part is setting up the WLED to be recognized in Xlight's interface. I don't know if Xlights could get any easier, honestly. They have come a long way from when you first tried it. I'll bet. The last time I tried it, which was a long time ago, it was still a lot better than it was at the beginning. I don't think Paul should do Home Assistant out. It's not his thing. It's just not his thing. And that's okay. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to. I mean, if you don't want to tinker with it, it's probably not the thing. I mean, I don't know. This is what, his third try at it, right? His third go at Home Assistant. And just like you were saying about Xlights, I mean, Home Assistant has gotten a lot easier too. It's a lot easier to set up and stuff, but I'll check out his video and see. I know Rob, somebody said earlier, Rob offered to help him too. So Rob's better at Home Assistant than I am. So Rob's going to help him. He certainly doesn't need anything from me. But anyways, here's the list of these new reactive animations. And you can see it tells you what they do in here. Dual microphone hookup. Whoa. Reactive, sound reactive, non-reactive, using PC for sound. Wow, there's lots of cool stuff. Connectivity issues, modifying sound reactive WLED, adding a new settings page. Future directions. Yeah. Anyway, this is a lot of fun. He set up on Windows, which was a problem for him too. Oh no. Why did he do that? Feels like he doesn't want to succeed. But who am I to decide for him? Why not just pay someone to get your setup up and running? It's not showing any updates. I know there's been updates out there. Yeah, there have been lots of updates. Really? You haven't updated it forever? Windows in a VM. Oh, see, that's bad. No, that's bad. You got to do Home Assistant Blue. Anywho's it's I am very happy about Sound Reactive WLED, and I'm going to play with it some more. And hopefully this will be another reason to get some of these custom boards like the PixelPro or something, because you can get these little microphones and just plug it right in, and it's pretty awesome to have that, just that little microphone plugged in there, and this is the whole controller. That's pretty cool. All right, let's see what else we talk about today. I thought this would be harder. It was so easy. Thank you, Andrew, for making it so dang easy. The setup, the having the precompiled binary, having a sound page for setup. A lot of things have fallen into place. This wasn't this easy 6 months ago, right? It probably wasn't this easy 2 or 3 months ago. But now that we've got the ability to change the pins, if you didn't have one of these boards, you could do it yourself. But the quads and the Unos and the Pixel Pros, they all have an audio pin available, and it's the same pin. If it wasn't, you can change it, but it's the same pin. It's 36, and it's all good. So this is fantastico. I want to put together a list of things. You're welcome. Lots of help from volunteers, though. All thanks to Air Cookie. It's all thanks. All hail Air Cookie. All hail Air Cookie. Is there some kind of a prize for like the most important developer or something like that? Because I think in years past, Home Assistant is and that project and Paulus and what he got started and that, look at what it's turned into. And man, WLED has absolutely changed the DIY LED experience, the community, the everything about it. It was not this. It wasn't even close to this level of possible prior to Christian and doing this, Air Cookie doing this. So, man, it is amazing. So, thank you, Christian. Is it? Ooh, good question, Dr. 44. Maybe I will. What I got to find out is what the shipping will cost. Remember, none of the sound stuff is from me. Andrew, you've done a great job too, so he's right. Do take some credit. Motion Eye. Ooh, got both Proxmox container and Home Assistant add-on, which is best to use in your experience. They're both running on the Proxmox machine. Oh boy. Motion Eye. I've got both Proxmox container and the Home Assistant add-on, which is best. I don't know, DJ. I don't know. I never tried it as a separate Proxmox container. When I used it, it was just as the Home Assistant add-on. I like Home Assistant add-ons better because they are built to interface so easily with Home Assistant. If you do the Proxmox container, I don't know what advantage you get. There may be some advantage, but there's definitely the extra step or possible points of failure of getting them to communicate as separate containers. But if you're skilled in that thing, then it's probably no big deal. So glad I made and I'm making y'all happy with WLED. Air Cookie, you're fantastic, man. You have changed so many people's experience of WLED. I hope all your dreams come true. The Greatest Showman song, awesome. Everything tech related, I haven't touched my home system in months, not showing up the updates. I know there's updates out there. Yeah, there's lots of updates out there. In fact, I think, let's look at what we're on here. I'm just going to keep these tabs open. Not cast, blue. Let's see what version we're on. New device is discovered. Oh yeah, because it discovered this sound reactive device. Supervisor. Oh, looks like we got a new version. Oh, we're on. Look at that. I haven't updated since version 0.6, 21.6. It should be 21.6.4. And oh gosh, the operating system is all the way up to version 6 from version 5.13. Wow. Now, I do want to do something. Let's see. Let's talk about what Paulus was hinting at earlier with me. So I got a Home Assistant community post thing. Where did he post that? Was it on Twitter? Forum, Facebook community, maybe? Where did he post it? I got a notice from Paulus that he had posted something. December, no. Episode 25. June 11th. This is it. Community highlights. Maybe this was what he was. Let's look at the community highlights. Yeah, this was it. Now, here we go. Okay, yeah. The 25th edition of Home Assistant Community Highlights. Some interesting things popped up around our community. So I'm going to give you guys this link here, okay? Yeah. This is important. This is what I want you guys to watch for. Keep an eye out for ESP Home release next Wednesday. We're going to have some great announcements. So, do you want to share something for the next edition? Here it is. Blueprint of the week. Oh, this is cool. Slider card. Oh, that's awesome. So there's a slider button card, floor plan dashboard, a new Lovelace dashboard, necessary portions of inspiration. This time on the dashboard floor plan. Definitely recommend take a look at the repository because there's a lot of explanation on it. What is this thing he's got here? What is this? Between the community submissions, we came across a nice project that works with ESP Home. It's a sensor which you can monitor your own homebrew. For example, the alcohol percentage and the temperature. So if you're brewing your own beer, there's now an integration in Home Assistant for that. So you can know when your beer's done. Nice. Nice. Oh, so that's all he said, or he didn't say much. Okay, well, I will tell you, because he showed me what it is. And I will definitely tell you, you're going to want to watch like the release party this Wednesday. So this Wednesday, there'll be a new edition of Home Assistant. And will there be a new edition of Home Assistant? Yeah, there should be, right? Anyways, this Wednesday, you got to watch what he comes up with, because what they've done is going to be amazing. And it was something I didn't even know was possible. I can't spoil it. But it has to do with ESP Home, and I hope sometime WLED Air Cookie, hopefully. But we'll see when they get when we let Paulus make the big announcement. But definitely want to watch it. It's going to make things very different in how we create our ESP Home devices. Basically, that's what I'll say. The release is the first Wednesday of the month. Is this the first Wednesday of the month? It should be the second Wednesday of the month. Well, anyways, they're going to do something this week. And some of their additions will benefit WLED. Awesome. This is specifically built operating system. Just have. I don't know what's happening. What else? Let's answer some questions. Because I can't talk about the Hobbit hole.
It's going east.
The Hobbit hole is moving along. On the last Home Assistant release, they were talking about WLED release party in the last Home Assistant release party. GUI like Tasmota. Again, I'm not going to tell you. You can guess. ESP Home release party. Okay. Home Assistant Core first Wednesday of the month. Oh, so is it a special Home Assistant ESP Home release party? I don't know. I'm waiting for an update from July 7th. Well, maybe it's not a new Home Assistant release. It's just an ESP Home release, I guess. For the ESP Home released next week, Wednesday. I'm guessing that's going to be on their YouTube. They'll stream it probably. I'm not sure what they're going to do. So it's not a whole new, that's what I was thinking. Like, wait, we're already on 21.6 and that is June and it's not July yet. So it's not a new version of Home Assistant, but it is a new version of ESP Home. Anyways, it's going to be cool. I can't find the matrix settings in WLED configuration. Yeah, Bob, that's the same thing. That's the same thing I was saying. And what Andrew said is it's probably not there right now. It's in the development version. So if you want to compile it yourself, if you can compile it yourself, you can get the dev version. Every third Wednesday of the month. Oh man, so is that in 2 weeks? Oh man. Home Assistant on Proxmox was a great recommendation. Has anyone ever got ESP Home running on a Sonoff Mini via Stead's DIY mode? GPIO access looks too tricky for me. Good question. I don't know about... You're talking about IT's DIY mode. Yeah, I thought I did. I thought I did. Or did I do it with Tasmota now? I can't remember. But when I played around with the Sonoff Mini, I got it running something that I thought it was ESP Home. Oh, this Wednesday is the third Wednesday of the month. Are you kidding me already? Dang. The first was a Wednesday? Oh, maybe that's why. I am so out of my mind, guys. Let me tell you. So, we can squirrel now. Huh? Yeehaw! The Hobbit hole. Let me give you an update on the Hobbit hole. I can't show you any pictures, but I will tell you where we're at. So here's how it is. That moment you realize we're halfway through 21. I know, right? Crazy. So the Hobbit hole. Having the TV show people filming us has been a lot of fun. And I'm sure that it will be great for whatever you want to say, publicity or something, right? We're going to make this a little vacation place where people can rent when we're not using it. So that will be immensely helpful to have a TV show, an episode about it. But what it has done is, initially it was good that it was pushing us to get going, right? Faster than we would have, and going faster than we would have. We're at the point now where we can't push it back anymore. They have their deadline that they have to meet, and we're already going to be a month and a half past that deadline by the time we actually finish the filming. So we're at the point where we cannot push back the filming anymore, but that doesn't mean we can actually do construction any faster. So it's been really difficult for me to try and make things happen. There's just a lot of time-consuming stuff that has to happen. I mean, since we built the dome, there's been a few things that have progressed, but a lot of it is just really slow going. But it still needs to get done. And so this coming week, we are bringing in a bunch more people, a bunch of more paid people. So this is going to get very expensive for DrZzs here. But we're bringing in a bunch more paid people to finish the support walls, the buttress thing, right? We're gonna just do everything we have to do, whatever we have to do to get that done by next weekend. Once that's done, and starting next weekend, we will finally be putting the grass on the top. Yay! That's really, really awesome. It won't mean the outside's finished, but it will mean the grass is on top, so that's great. Once the grass goes on top, then we can put in the windows and kind of seal off the inside. So while that's happening, we're doing on the inside, this week, we're going to get plumbers out there. I started running electrical wire for my Lumen cache, me and Dawson. Dawson was doing a great job running wires. My order when it's shipping. Ray, my buddy. We'll come back to that in just a minute. Anyways, so we're crunched, and it's been stressful. Like I usually, once I get to sleep, I usually sleep fine. Not so much lately. I've been waking up in the night thinking about this and what's going to happen. And anyways, the amount of stuff we have to get done in the next couple of weeks, or the next 3 weeks about, is just insane. So, whatever. Anyways, but we're going to get done. Let's address Ray. So Ray, I assume you ordered DigUnos or something from me. Is that right? So the first thing I will tell you, the first thing I'm going to say is, this ain't Amazon. Okay? I understand that people want their stuff. And we've all gotten used to being able to order from Amazon and it comes the next day or in 2 days. That does not happen when you order from my store. I'm grateful for everybody that orders from us. We are grateful and we do our best, but it is not Amazon. It does not happen as fast as most people want it to happen. Okay? So understand that this ain't Amazon, and it's not going to be. This is me and my wife and my kids taking these little things and putting them in boxes and taking them to the post office. Okay. So, and we're not making a ton of money. Okay. Part of the reason that they are the price that they are is because this ain't Amazon and we're not doing 2-day shipping and stuff. Okay. So and I'm hoping that you're playing with us a little bit, that you're just kind of being, friendly, jibing, like, haha, put mad faces, my order isn't shipping, whatever. But if you really are angry, I'm happy to give you your money back. Because I don't need people yelling at me about their stuff not being shipped in time. Okay? So as grateful as I am for people when they order, it's been a week. Well, and you didn't get an email that said that your thing was shipped. The other thing is, he uses caps. I think he's serious. Great. Ray, do you want me to look you up right now? I don't know. I don't think I should do this, to be honest with you. You got me? You messing with me, you turd? Give him his $3 back, Scrooge. Keyboard got stuck. I'm interested to see where this is going next. Anyways, my take on being a retailer, I guess I can say that I'm a retailer, is I want people to have a good experience. I want to provide a good experience. I want to provide a good product, but I will be, I have to say this like this, but I will be respected. Okay? If somebody's, you shouldn't blast me out. Just asking. But yeah, I don't know, Ray, were you just asking? You put in 5 angry faces and cap locks. Where's my stuff? Right? You know? Are you just asking? And I shouldn't blast you out. You're blasting the chat. Like, let's look at your stuff. Let's look where your stuff is, Ray. Let's look at where it is. Do you have so when I ship something, it sends an email. So, and that's another thing for you to tell me is, what did you order? What did you order? If you ordered ESP32s that have to be flashed, remember, I have to actually physically take those, solder them myself, and flash them. So yeah, that takes time. And it specifically says on the website that it takes time. So, and we've been waiting for months to get these in stock. So I understand. And I let's not pick on Ray. We're not going to go too far. We're not going to go too far and pick on Ray. But Ray, you did pop in the chat, 5 angry faces. Sorry, I'll wait. Okay, thank you. But let me look, because there are times. When something happens and we miss an order. So I will go off the screen and I'm going to look. I've never done this kind of thing before. Usually when somebody comes in like that, Ray, I just ignore them, but you caught me off guard today with the cap locks and the angry faces. So, because I don't, and I've said on the website, like, you'll get your stuff when you get your stuff. If you ask me when it's coming, it will probably be there before I answer you. Okay. Grab a Snickers. Your Bobcat Goldweight when you're hungry. Happy vibes. Right. I'll wait. No big deal. Okay. Well, I was trying to check on your order, because I want to make sure that I haven't forgotten it, but when an order gets shipped, you get an email. And Derek is, and sometimes this post office takes a long time to update their stuff. I had somebody telling me in an email the other day, where's my stuff? It doesn't take a week to get to California, something like that. I don't remember who it was, but when USPS, or the United States Postal Service, when they said, where is it? When they finally updated that they had received it, it was like out for delivery. So, anyways, I'm happy that you're excited to get your stuff, Ray. Let's all be kind to each other. And I'm sure you didn't mean to be mean, but cap locks, angry faces, where's my stuff? It's hard to not interpret that as mean. Let's move on. How's that go? Let's get naked and start the revolution. Do you hear the people singing the song of angry men? Okay. Laughing at YouTube. Girlfriend thinks I'm nuts laughing at YouTube. I was going to talk about something else today. Oh, the Dr. Pepper thief. You stinker.
I was only kicking me because I thought I was going to fall on you super expensive 3D printer thingy.
Thanks for wiping that up.
You're welcome for spilling.
Let's see. What was the other thing I was going to talk about? Les Mis. Pitchforks are back in the locker. Extinguish the torches. Old school bus. Oh, you know what? So DJ, tomorrow is Zachary's birthday. And it's Zachary's bus. And what I want to do, because I don't know So there you go. Derek says, ordered on the 4th, shipped email on the 6th, no tracking until today, and delivery tomorrow. So that's great, Derek. So Derek is the prime example. So Derek, when I have people that say, what's going on, I'm going to use you as an example. And, that's just how it is. That's the nature of the post office sometimes, I guess. And maybe it depends on the weekend and what day we take it in or whatever. But thank you for reporting back. And again, Ray, I apologize for coming at you so much. But anyways, I could tell you guys another story. Should I tell them the story about the water balloons? Maybe not. What about the Hobbit? Let's see. I've been waiting on Home Assistant Blue since March. The wHobbit hole. It's a wHobbit. Do you want to get sued? Tillich, as we say in Denmark. I don't know what that means. Derek's been planted here. He's not a real person. That's me. I'm Derek, typing. Oh. Hey, Tycho's here. Somebody said, where am I from? I grew up in Nevada, but I'm living in Utah. The Rona's got shipping all screwed up. Let's blame it on that anyways, right? Where is the Hobbit hole located? What state? It's in Idaho. Southeast Idaho. Southeast part of Idaho. From the Philippines, do I ship internationally? I don't, Alan, but the Quindor store does. So let me ask some of you international guys. The shipping from Allnet China, what's it costing you guys? USPS sent mine in the opposite direction. It's is better than the post office. Yeah, the post office has done some ridiculous things. I've had orders that bounced around the United States and sat in the wrong state for months, and I don't know what to tell you sometimes about the post office, but whatever. It's the nature of the beast. It is what we can do. Just know that I'm doing my best. Even if you don't get your stuff shipped out right away, or you don't get it when you think you ought to, or that the shipping isn't updating or whatever on there. We're doing our best over here. It's expensive to Denmark, but worth it. $15 for 2 boards. Yeah, see, so that's where I'm going. So Andrew, and there was somebody else was telling me too, is so expensive to go to Canada. So maybe I will go back to doing it. Just for comic effect. You look real. I don't think they realized 300 units came in and 300 units needed to be flashed. Yeah. So maybe I will go back to doing Canada. So I had stopped doing Canada, and the same reason. So since we're having this discussion, this is a good discussion. Just about the nature of reselling and shipping and all these things that we have to deal with. And how spoiled we've all gotten with Amazon. I ordered something yesterday from Amazon. It's supposed to arrive today, right? It's like 1,000 feet of Cat 5 cable supposed to arrive today. Now it's great. When it comes to shipping to Canada, so I was shipping to Canada, and then we had Will do it, Tollbringer, and then he had his health problems, and he's not able to do it anymore. So then I was doing shipping to Canada again, and then I shipped to Canada, and then I shipped something to Canada, and it taken like over a month. It had gone up a couple bucks in price, and it had taken over a month, and I had no way to track it, and the guy I was sending to had no way to track it, and the post office said, sorry, we don't have tracking information once it gets to the border or whatever. And I'm like, this just sucks. Like, this is no good for me. It's no good for the customers. It's not working out. So I stopped doing the shipping to Canada again, just in the last 2 weeks. And then we started having this discussion today about how much it costs to go through the Allnet China store and get it into Canada. And I don't know if that's because it's coming directly from China. Maybe there's some other kind of duty on it or something. Yeah, so if it was in the $12 to $14 range to ship to Canada, then I would say no problem. You pay more to get no tracking info. No, it's not that we don't want the government to track it. Oh, wait. Canada Post tracks USPS orders once they cross the border. See, it should, Gary, right? I think we've got much harder in the US and the UK since BritX. We used to ship all over the EU. Now it just takes so much longer, yeah. Well, I'm not sure how things have, maybe they're still that bad. Tariff and Huawei exec, the US asked us to arrest. Oh. So maybe another one of the Canadians might take over. You know what, Chris? If there's, so Tollbringer was a good fit because he had a store already, but you know, I know Quindor gets a lot of requests for somebody, and he gets a lot of requests because people want to resell the boards a lot. But you know, I don't know how he feels about it. I think I'll talk to him about this, how expensive it is for the well, let's look into where it's really expensive. And if shipping, like DJ, is it shipping to the UK that bad too? You need someone's shipments in the Middle East? I need a job. Yeah, shipping to Norway is $12. And that's what I thought it was just about everywhere. So we know Canada is a lot more expensive from Allnet China. Is the UK also a lot more expensive? Because if it is, US side PO boxes will be viable again. Oh, good, Richard. That's great. Quindor is also doing EU store. Is it not worth it? Well, that we at least it isn't for him. Like it's no good for him. Peace and love. Notification June 9th. Oh, thanks. What does that mean? You mean you got the notification that it was shipped? Oh, that's awesome. Peace and love, Ray. Peace and love. You're my new favorite. Did you see me do that? That's what the cool kids do. Right, Dawson? No? No? It's not what you do? Okay. Never mind. Sorry. Oh, Zach's here.
Yeah.
Oh, he almost heard me.
What? Yeah,
Oh, he almost heard me.
He was coming.
It is expensive. Order a bit from Amazon, $9. Item 15 for the US. Stuff available other places. Yeah. Only if you buy in bulk. Really. Vancouver here. Sad about the shipping. Well, economical to sell through AliExpress? I don't know. That's a good question too. I can certainly open up the Canada orders again. It just takes a little bit longer, and I'm afraid sometimes that I don't do it right because I have to fill out the customs thing, and I don't want somebody to get hit with a big bill or something when it gets to the other side, because I had that happen too. UK was okay, but now we have left the EU. I think prices have gone up. I know they have for work. And I just sent something to the UK, and I thought it wouldn't be that much, and it ended up being a lot more. That was like $28 to send a box to the UK. Anyways, we'll try and work on some of those distribution things. We will try and make it better. Me and Quindor talk all the time. So we'll work on some of those, trying to make some of those things better. I can tell you some more fun stuff. We do have, I now have in my basement, this. This. Not the manual though. Let's just look at this thing. This guy. Bum, bum, bum. We now have a pick and place machine. Oops. I don't really need somebody else's video, but we now have this pick and place machine in my basement. And me and my neighbor John got it running the other day. And we're going to be making our Pixel Pros and what will be, I think we're going to call it the Trio, which is basically Pixel Pro, but it has 2 more pins to connect stuff to. We're going to be making those in the basement. So hopefully a lot of the expense from shipping and the delay from shipping, we're going to try and decrease. We're still going to have to get components from China, but basically the DrZzs household is going to become a little manufacturing hub too, or whatever. Pretty cool, huh? And we actually got it working in like one night. It was a little bit tricky, but we got it working, and it's going to be pretty fun. So, question: how do you add a sound sensor to the DigUno? Oh, good question. Let's answer Ray's question. So, what you need, Ray, Let's see if that works. Let's see what's better. Is that a little too bright? That's a little too bright. We'll turn that light back off. What you need, Ray, first is a microphone. Okay, so this is the microphone, sound sensor, same kind of thing. And then you'll have to connect this to 3 pins, and it will be, which voltage is this? Is this 3 volts or 5 volts? I can't remember. V plus. I don't know if it's 3 volts or 5 volts. Anyways, on the DigUno, I assume you have the new version of the DigUno, or that you will have the new version of the DigUno when it arrives. The pins for it are over here. Let me see if I can really zoom in on this and then change how it's focused. Where's I want Blade to come back. Where's my salt thing? I don't have my salty thing. I got salty, didn't I? Should be 3 volts. Okay, thank you, Andrew. So it should be 3 volts. So then when we look at this, we will look at it. We'll point out the 3 volt pins for you. Okay. So that's helpful, right? Is that a little more helpful? You can see. Gosh, it's still a little dark, isn't it? Let's turn this. Let's open this. Okay, that's a little better. So right here on the side, let me see if I got something sharper I can point with. So it's not my big fat finger that I'm pointing with. Okay. So what we've got is these 2 pins right here. So if you can read that, it says 3 volts. Right there it says 3 volts and then AO. So that's referring to this pin is 3 volts and this pin right there is AO. And then this pin is ground. So what you would need to do is take some jumpers that are, male on or female on this end, connect them to those 3 pins. And then if you have this microphone here or one similar to it, then you would connect the other end of the jumpers to these 3 pins. And that would be 3 volts ground and the AO goes to this out. And that's how you do it. Once you've got that done, then you need the sound reactive version and the configuration in here under sound settings to pick the right pin, which is 36, which is the default. So you shouldn't have to change that. And that should be it, and then you should get it. Put it where the sun don't shine. Can make walking difficult. Speak to Quindor DJ about shipping in a load. That's great, Mark. Picture of the board on your computer. That would be helpful too, don't I? Actually, I was looking at. No way. Wait, what the? Oh yeah, never mind. We were looking at Quindor's site has that stuff on it, but anyways, anything to Canada or from Canada to the U.S. takes a month or more due to shortages in staff due to the pandemic. Is that what it is, Eric? Boy, it's been taking a long time, that's for sure. It's kind of sucky. Kind of reverse engineered the Pixel Pro by the pictures because I wanted to make smaller boards for Christmas plastic candy cane lights, making addressable. Awesome. Green board with the white and green wires going in on it. Oh, this is the Pixel Pro. That's the Pixel Pro. That's the Pixel Pro. So, and I talked about this, I think it was last week. Sorry about the focus, but I talked about it last week. And at the same time that Quindor was starting to make the DigUnos available for mass production and sales, I started working on this or something like this, and I had to get some engineer help because I'm not an engineer, but that's what we came up with, and it was kind of fun how they've evolved together, and they're a little bit different. But you're a New Yorker. I love New York. Are you from New York City, Ray? I love New York City, and I could totally get it. I totally get it. I want a message from you, Ray, when it arrives. Okay, message me when it arrives. Okay. What else was I going to talk about? Oh, a couple of other things. We were going to talk about Zach. Should we talk about Zach?
In front of Zach?
Should we talk about Zach in front of Zach, or should we make Zach leave so we can talk about Zach in front of Zach? You could stay, Zach. I want to surprise you, but let's go ahead. But I don't have the surprise worked out yet. I know what I want to do, but I don't have it worked out yet.
I don't want the surprise to be ruined.
Okay, here's what I'll do. I will type it into chat so you don't read it. Okay. He's not going to type. He's not going to know. Now you get the angry emojis. He's from New York, right? Now I get it, right? Well, then my response was probably at least a little bit New Yorkish, wasn't it? Like, this ain't Amazon. Okay, here's my surprise for Zach. Okay, tomorrow is Zachary's birthday. Zachary turns 17 tomorrow. And, his bus, that's his bus that's out there. And
Are you supposed to be saying this out loud?
somebody asked about the bus.
Okay, someone asked about the bus.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. I'm typing. Don't look, Zach.
I can't read anyway.
Oh my gosh. Somebody just said happy birthday, ZA kid.
Yeah, that's
It's okay.
close enough.
Jesse spelled it right. Good job.
So that's my plan. An Andrew Dice Clay response. Don't talk to me about delivering our first ever PCB from videos. 2 days, shipped from China, Germany, Frank, UK, 30 hours. FedEx lost it 15 miles from my house. Oh my gosh. So isn't that fun? That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that may be true too, John. That may be true too. And scary, which is why I wasn't going to do that initially, but might be where we're at. So let's, what else you guys want to talk about? Let's update Home Assistant. Let's look at the release notes. Let's see, probably for this, there's no, so I haven't updated it 21.6. Let's update it. We don't need a snapshot. Let's go. Yeah, Brandon, it's fine to spell Zach however you spell it.
Yeah, you can spell it whatever.
Dawson's just overreacting back there. Just bought 25 meters of 6812s for the kitchen lights. It's going to be epic when it's all working. That sounds awesome. Did you get a nice warm light? What do you use in the kitchen? Probably not. Prime. So Zachary is, have you guys seen Seven Brides for Seven Brothers? Does everybody know what Seven Brides for Seven Brothers is? Cold white. Add-ons shows puzzle pieces. It means they are not updated. Oh. I don't know how. Anyways. What was I going to say? So Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. The main character is Adam, right? So Zachary is Adam in this, in the show. And he was Adam last night in the show. And how many times he kissed that girl? 4 times? I think it's 4 times he kisses that girl 4 times. so poor kid. We're just all teasing him. Anyways, it's fun. Cold in the kitchen, warm in the living room. Good idea. 2D effects working at the moment. I think I had some issues with them. So, Pad, what they're not actually working at the moment. But I think it's because this version doesn't have, and maybe you could tell us, but we could not find the place to specify the size of the matrix. So nothing that's 2D is working. That's all just red blinking because we have not designated what the size of the matrix is. So until we can designate the size of the matrix, we don't know. Is it cheaper to buy 10 than 1 or 2? Is it? Oh, it is cheaper? I'm not surprised. 4 kisses? I've had dates with less. Yeah, me too. I've had months with less. I've had married months with less. So that all the lighting matches. Is it 5,000 to 6,000? It's pretty cold, isn't it? They worked in 11. There's a bug. I don't know the specifics. Oh, okay. Current master that is at the top of the LED settings page. Not sure about the precompiled binary. Has it at the top of the LED settings page. So it has it up here, huh? So maybe it just maybe it got missed. No one can be told what the matrix is. But you can't tell if everything is 6,000. Good point. We're making everything like 3,000. How are you, sweetheart?
Good.
It's always fun when you come give me hugs. Precompiled binary needs to be updated. We'll let that do NFC know. What is this that do NFC? Zach have to get COVID tested before each show. You know, they didn't even make him wear masks or anything. No, not anymore. Go to your add-on story. See if the extra repositories, if you don't see them, add-ons will not update themselves. Let's see, are we done updating here? Let's update this. Update the operating system. Where's my Dr. Pepper?
Oh. I was hiding it from you guys. She would have shoved it.
Pretty soon. Oh, man. Gotta sneeze. Hey, how's it going, Dan? Don't forget to add the links in the video description. Yeah, let's do that now. Let's do that now. I so want to get an actual video published at some point soon again. Ambitious tinkering. Oh, where's the show? What, Dan, do you mean the show for the Hobbit Hole? You mean a different show. Oh, where is that show? I'm so sorry. 7 Brides. Yes, thank you. Let's see. It's at it's at the Covey in Provo. Monday. And this Monday is the last day. And Monday at 7:00, I think, is his Adam show. They have dual cast. You can customize it on the 11, so I'm sure it'll be back. Okay, cool. 1,100 subs away from the silver button, I know. Wave at the screen, 7 Brides. Going well. Waved at the screen. Okay, let's go to this and up here. Manage videos. Oh no! Oh, it's not connected because yeah, those are my what's it called? Luciferian lights went out because Home Assistant's restarting. Excuse me. If they're repos in the add-on store, they won't be updated. Oh, interesting. So probably something like Alexa Media Player and stuff, right? Won't be updated. Just flashed the Sonoff bridge. Got an IKEA Zigbee driver spots. Got them all working together. Yep. Excuse me. What the heck? The heck is happening? The lights are flashing. Can you do a stream about your most used sensor and cases for them? The OS update is a big one. Oh, okay, that's probably why. I can tell you probably my most used sensors. My most used sensors, I would say, are the Zigbee temperature sensors. And that tells you what my use for them is. This thing is actually working pretty well now, by the way. Now that this is starting to come back up, let's see what we can... Well, we'll have to wait till Home Assistant finishes coming up. But my Node Red flow that turns on and off the fan and all that stuff is actually working. Having issues with the update, so let's see what happens. Oh boy. OS update is operating system on the blue, so big update, yeah. Let's see if we can go to Node Red. Oh, it's not running. Okay. Yep, not yet. Oh, now Home Assistant has started. Now Node Red can probably start. Bad gateway. Uh-oh. Oh, we have to update hacks. Any color white that meets spouse approval rating. Amen. With my new quad, my first pixel is 55 feet away. Am I asking for trouble? So that's a good point to bring up, Adam. Thank you for bringing that up. No, you should be fine if it's the first pixel from the quad. But something that I think I know people get hung up on, and that I've learned recently, is that going from the actual controller, like the DigQuad or whichever, to the first pixel can be really far. But then if you cut the pixels, you cut in between them, and you jump from one to the next with just wires, if that gets too long, you'll have troubles again. And too long might only be like 10, 15 feet. In that case, you may be able to put like one pixel in the middle, or you may have to get an F amp to boost that. So when you have big gaps, if your controller is far away from where the gap is, and then you have a big gap, you could run into troubles. Pending restart. Oh man. Anyways, what I was going to say about my temperature sensors is this flow here is working actually pretty well. And look how pretty it is now. You guys remember when we were playing with this the other day? Edit title description. So we were playing with this the other day, and it took a lot of work to get it to the point that it's at now, but now it's working, and it's working pretty well. It's just restarted, so it's not gonna do a lot of things yet, but basically the important part was getting this outside temperature attribute first from the right sensor, or yeah, it's a sensor. It's just the weather sensor from Home Assistant that's outside. You know, it's whatever it's called, AccuWeather, yeah. Getting the right attribute from the AccuWeather sensor, and then just saying, okay, if it's below this, do this. If it's between this and this, do that. If it's below this, do that. Whatever. And then getting it all set up to do the right thing here. So basically, if it is greater than 26 Celsius outside, because we use Celsius in this house now, then it checks to see if the air conditioning is on or off. If it is below, let's see, if it's greater than 26, then if the air conditioning is off, it should turn it on. And it'll turn off the house fan. Okay? So the house fan, so it's hot enough outside to turn on the air conditioning. That's what this thing says. I'm trying to see it all at once. We don't have to look at the bottom stuff. So it's hot enough to turn on the air conditioning. If it is between 13 and 25 outside, then we want the air conditioning to turn off. And what I'm doing here, this isn't just turning off the air conditioning. This is turning off the whole climate entity. And it's turning on the house fan. Okay. And then if it gets too cold, which is what this is, if it's below 12, then it turns off the house fan. And then if it's really cold outside, then it turns on the floor heat. Did someone say Node Red? All right, Streetwise, have a good night. Is outside temperature enough? If the humidity is too high, even if the temp is lower, it would feel warmer. That's a good... You know, that's a good point, Digital Archmage. And the AccuWeather sensor does have a feels like temperature. But what I noticed was it didn't change very frequently. It didn't change very frequently. It was just it was on like 34 degrees all the time. So the air conditioning was just running all the time, all night long, even though it was cooling off outside. So the feels like temperature didn't change as much as the actual temperature. Our humidity here isn't bad. It never gets above, gosh, I don't know what, 50? You know, it's probably most of the time. It's not very humid here at all. So it's, for me, the humidity doesn't really factor in. But yes, I certainly agree. In some places it was. You got a quiet cool this week? How do I control it? Relays? Yes, I do. I control it, Dan, with a Sonoff 4-channel. Just a Wi-Fi 4-channel relay switch. And I would have just gotten the one. I hope you just got the 1 speed though, because I would have just gotten the 1 speed. We only ever really used the 1 speed. We paid a bunch of extra to get the 3 speed, and we don't need the 3 speed. We only ever use the 1. So yeah, I've never seen it above 25. I was saying, you know, most of the time I think when I've looked at it and gone, boy, it's humid, it's like in the 30s. You know, 30-something% humidity is the worst it feels around here usually. So your own feels like template. Ooh, that would be fun, Thanasis. That would be fun. Let's talk about that. Yes, we're definitely on the dry side of the mountain. What am I using for a thermostat? Jesse, for a thermostat, I am just using temperature sensor and relay. So Zigbee temperature sensor and relay, and that's it. And this is all the logic. All the logic is in here and in Home Assistant under the climate entity. That's it. So I think like spending $200 on a Nest smart thermostat, it's not necessary. The smart thermostats can do some things that this can't, like learn, you know, when you usually turn the temperature up and when you usually turn it down. I don't have to change this very much. Like last night, it was a little hot. So I went to the actual temperature sense, or the actual thermostat entity in Home Assistant right here, and I turned the temperature down a little bit. And that's it. You can see that, like right now, well, the air conditioning's on. Why are those not on right now? Oh, you know what? This probably because it hasn't run through since it restarted. It hasn't run through that yet, but it will, and these will turn back on. Yeah, something's wrong. Oh, that turns them off. That turns them on. Anyways, these are just generic thermostats. Smart thermostats are like a kid. It always learns the wrong things. I was thinking what thermostat to get, and the builder added Echobees. I'm sure those are fine. The nice thing about these thermostats, the learning feature is not great. Oh, so there you go. That's probably the best feature of those things. The great thing, like for me, is these are all my sensors. These are all my temperature sensors, and most of them are Zigbee. A couple of them are wired sensors, but these are all my temperature sensors, which reminds me, I need to make sure I have wired temperature sensors available in the Hobbit hole. Oh no, they already did that. Nope, never mind. The Radiant guys already ran wires for the thermostats. So never mind, I don't need that. But anyways, these are all, and so what I've created, and some of you guys did this with me on the stream a few weeks back, is we created an average temperature sensor. So the nice thing about having individuals like this is I can have, when I have my cooling or the heating in the floor, it's a bit more localized. So I can heat one room. So I want a temperature sensor that can heat just, that knows what the temperature is in just that room. For heating, it's that specific. For air conditioning, it's not that specific. It's more like the whole floor. So instead of just wanting, you know, a temperature in one place on that floor, I want to average all the temperatures from that floor. So that's what I did. What mode do you have the temperature sensors? What mode? 45 right now. We can get up to 70. What? Oh, I'm not sure what you're talking about, Air Cookie. You're not talking about how hot it is. Oh, humidity. Okay. Oh, what wire? Oh, what wired sensors? What wire model sensors? The DHT 22s, I believe. I can't remember if they're 11s or 22s. Actually, and a Dallas temperature. So I have a few. This one is the Dallas, which is the BME B20 something. So this is a good one. I don't remember what the temperature sensor is, but it is the Dallas temperature sensor. The same one that was on the DigUno in the past. Not really there. Not really used very much anymore. I think there's still pins for it on the board, but he even couldn't have stopped putting them on the boards now. Because people just weren't using them. It's just spending a couple extra dollars to get the sensor and, use it. So that main bathroom temperature is one of those Dallas temperature sensors. So yeah, BME B20, something like that. And then, let's see, this one is the DHT. I don't remember if it's an 11 or 22. Look how frequently it's updating though. It updates pretty frequently. I think it's probably a 22. And then this one is Zigbee. This one is also the DHT 22. This one is Zigbee. This one is Zigbee. Zigbee here, and that's the BME, the Dallas temperature sensor. This one is, and these two are also Zigbee. So, kit of temperature sensors to buy. There you go. Sir Goodenough's probably right. The Xiaomi ones, you can buy them in a set of like 4 or 5, and those work fine. Oh, the Zigbee, and then you get this.
Oh, the Zigbee.
Yeah, when you buy them, Paul comes to your house and delivers them.
Oh, the Zigbee.
Like this.
Oh, the Zigbee. Oh, the Zigbee. Oh, the Zigbee.
DS18B20. Maybe that's it, David. I can't remember. I can look and see real quick. Let's look at my ESP home. Oh, wait, what did I do? I grabbed the wrong page. Oh, Dawson, did you realize what was going on over here?
Nope. I dropped my phone.
Watch.
That's, ESP3266.
No, watch. Shh. So amazing. So amazing, right?
Wait, no,
I haven't yet, Edgar, but I'm going to watch it now because I've heard about it. Slider button card looks interesting. I liked that too. Yeah, the slider button card. So anyways, there we are. DigUno forum says fixed temperature sensor should wire 25 centimeters, 12 inches away from the board. Oh, interesting. That's interesting. Add-on updates. The pretty lights are getting you. Add-on updates. Add-on updates. Yes. I need to add-on update. Add-on updates. Update. Disappointing. He's missing out. Yeah. So has he given up finally for good? He finally was like, that's it. I'm done. And then pending a restart. We'll restart it again in a minute. We're going to probably sign off here in a minute because it's that time. So let's talk about next week. So next weekend, we can't see the screen. So sorry. Next weekend, we will be back up at the Hobbit hole. Well, actually, look, you can see. Oh, no, it doesn't keep track long enough. I want it to keep the track longer because then it shows that we were up at Aidendale. Next week, we will be in, we'll be up in Idaho at the place, and we will be getting ready to film the next morning. So we'll be there. You're so right, Ofer. You cannot say that it's bad, but whatever. So it's not for everybody, and that's okay. He isn't giving up, but he's not impressed. Yeah. It's all depend. It all is about what you want out of it. I'm surprised because Paul, he does so much with other systems that are so crappy, right? Tests some devices and deals with like the Amazon Echo, the Alexa app and Tuya app and some of these apps that are not very good. So what you can do with Home Assistant is amazing compared, but it takes work. I know I'm getting pranked back there. I know. Yeah. If you want people to point and click UI only things, it's not for them. Yeah. He secretly works for Amazon. He is Jeff Bezos. I've seen him. I've seen him in the boardroom. He shows it on his videos. More yachts. Bezos, whatever. Oh, really? Then more on his side? He needs Habitat? Maybe. I thought he tried Habitat before too, but whatevs. I forgot what we were talking about.
We were talking about ESP home.
Needs more yachts. I can't remember what we were talking about. I'm too tired. Oh, next week. We'll be streaming from the Hobbit hole next week. Okay? We will be streaming from the Hobbit hole next week. So that'll be a lot of fun. And we'll have guests like Zach and Dawson can take over. He's not a tinkerer so much, right? He's a smart home enthusiast, but not so much a tinkerer. He's not going to take things apart and poke at them. And I do. I like them. Time. That's the point. Sir Good Enough. That is the point. Let's do, I don't even know what time we have church next up there. I will find out, Sir Good Enough, and I will let you know. But I think it will be, I think we can do 1:30. I think 1:30 is a better time to do. We can do it a little earlier in the day. I know that for Europe and stuff, it's better when we do it a little earlier. So, and I think we can. I don't know what time church will be, but I think it'll be earlier. So I think we can do it then. Right, everything in the cloud as long as it does what he wants. I think, you know what, Thanasis, you're right. And that's an okay option, right? Some people don't care if it's cloud or not cloud. And, that's good. It's good. Nice to see me using C. Thank you. Oh, you know what? We need to put that back in there. We didn't put that back in there. All right. Anyways, thanks everybody.
Wait, I need to go.
Oh, Dawson's gonna do the headless horseman. Okay. I don't have my sign off button hooked up yet. I need to put that on my to-do list. So we have to do it this way every time. Wow, it's hot in that room. Oh, can you turn that switch on so the fan goes on? Take it easy, y'all. That sound is horrible. I gotta fix that fan in there too. I have so many things. If I could just live like another 100 years, guys, maybe I'd get most of the stuff done that I need to do. Bind the automation to the Zigbee button on your desk. I can bind it to like 50 different things, Thanasis, if I wanted to, but I just have just not taken the time to do it.
Why is this on the floor?
Because I needed to drink it.
Your floating face, not a floating head.
Everybody, we're gonna sing happy birthday to Zach.
Oh yeah.
Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Zachary. Happy birthday to you.
Thanks.
Ooh la la, cha cha cha.
All right, now let's sign off like
Adam.
sign off like Adam from Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. Okay, ready? As always, thanks for watching. Till next time, adios. Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you.